Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint chapters 37, 38, and 39. I did decide last minute I'm only going to do 3 here. I know that it was said that the next 7 are kind of all together as part of the same thing, but that would be an extremely long video. The reason I'm going to do 3 is because I've been working on the review, but it's going to be a few more days, and I was like, rather than make you wait a few more days, I'll do a reaction really quick so you can have the reaction, and then in a few more days the review will be up. So yeah, I just wanted to give you something while you wait, at least have something up for you to watch. So that's why we're doing the reaction here. But I mentioned it in the Kubera video I recorded right before this. I'm recording this in Kubera. I'm posting them on the same day. So I'll do 3 chapters of each because both of them are on 7 chapter sections right now. So I'll do 3 chapters like this video since I'm doing 2 in the same day. And then next time I'll do 4 chapters. So yeah, next ORV video will be 4 chapters. But yeah, well, next reaction. The review will probably be the next video. That'll be in a couple days. But yeah, I guess that's about it. I also mentioned in that Kubera video that I forgot to make the little things I put in the corner saying what chapter it is, but I always use video chapters anyway, so I'm just not going to really bother with it since I always use video chapters to like say what chapter it is across the bottom anyway, or to like let you jump between chapters if you want to. But I suppose that's about it. I feel like maybe there's something else I was supposed to say, but I'm forgetting it. Yeah, my throat's a little scratchy because I did just record Kubera, but might be drinking a lot of water because of that. I guess that's it though. So let's go ahead and jump into our first chapter this week. Chapter 37 starts with, "You've discovered a hidden dungeon," and we have Dahan Cinema. Gosh, I really don't. I need to. So again, in those like months that I mentioned at one point when I took a break, I did a bunch of like when Tower of God was on break, I did a bunch of Korean lessons and learned how to read Hangul and everything. But then in the past few months, I have like not kept up with that. I haven't done it at all. I really need to because I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce things. I don't know things. So I don't know if that should be Daihan or Dahan. I would Daihan? I would assume Daihan, but I don't know. You've discovered a hidden dungeon. It's written in Roman letters, and I will 100% say that Roman is like one thing. The biggest thing I learning what little I did about Korean, is that Romanization of Korean is messed up. It's like Romanization of Japanese is incredibly standardized, very phonetic, but with Korean, it's just like, hey, we want to translate this into Roman letters. We're just going to throw whatever letters we want up there, and hey, good enough. Like, Romanization of Korean is not standard whatsoever, and some of it phonetically makes no sense. So that is one thing I've definitely learned. This dungeon has already been discovered. The discovery achievement cannot be obtained. A new hidden scenario has arrived. Alright. We have Dokja's group walking through. Alright. Hidden scenario, Cinema Dungeon. Category hidden, difficulty A-. Clear condition, defeat the master of the Cinema Dungeon. Time limit none, reward 4,000 coins, penalty for failure. Okay, that seems like a small reward for something that could kill a 3rd regression Yujinhyuk. Weird. You've entered the Cinema Dungeon. Alright. Cool panels, of course. Lots of really good art in Omniscient Reader as always. We have Chapter 9, Omniscient Sunfish, Part 1. Are you sure about this, old man? Is master really endangered? Old man? He's not that old, is he? I mean, I know she's a high schooler, but how old is he? Wow, a movie theater. How romantic, sweet one. How do you know that? And why are you trying to save him? The constellation, secret of plotters, curious to know why. That's what companions are for. Cut the crap. It's because he's useful. It's no wonder Jihye and the constellations are puzzled to see me rush to save someone who's out for my neck every chance he gets. Looks like someone misread my intentions. The constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is impressed that you're trying to put your fallen friend back on the righteous path. You've been gifted 100 coins. The constellation super chat's coming in. I remember something Yu Jung-hyuk said when his regression count had reached double digits. Okay, so he regressed a lot in the story. Then, what happens to the world after you regress? I don't know. I just picked the world where the most people can be saved. It sounds noble at a glance. Didn't he, kill a ton of people in, most of his regressions? But he's saying that he doesn't care about the world he's abandoned. I mean, I feel like if you have it's basically time-traveling powers. I feel like if you have basically time-traveling powers, that's gotta be something that you just gotta deal with. At some point, you've gotta realize, this timeline's cooked. This timeline's done. So I'm regressing back. And it's oh, what happens to the timeline when you're gone? You can't really care. Because, if you're regressing, I'm assuming you're regressing because that timeline's done for anyway. So does it still exist? Does it not exist anymore? You can hopefully think, okay, the good timeline exists that I'm trying to create, and the bad one stopped existing. But if they do continue to exist, then you're just one less person that's living in that messed up timeline. So it's something that you just gotta accept. How does he know so much? How suspicious. That's because of supporting constellations, a fortune teller. Really? That's not true. There was no mention of the worlds that Yu Jung-hyuk had abandoned anywhere in TWSA, whether it's science, magic, or whatever. What happens in the world where the regressor has died? Is everything reset along with the regressor? Or does the world continue to exist like a parallel universe? See, that's true. While it's not important for Yu Jung-hyuk, because again, the past timeline basically doesn't exist anymore as far as he's concerned, logically. But it is of concern to Dokja, because that means if a regressor dies, then if this universe is destroyed, does that mean that Dokja regresses back, or does Dokja just cease to exist? So you gotta save Yu Jung-hyuk, because if you don't save him, does that mean you cease to exist because this universe where you're conscious in it and living out the story doesn't exist anymore? Or does he just die and it's just a parallel universe? But that's a really, really big gamble to take. I'd be relieved if it was the former, but in the latter's case, wait. Okay, yeah, he'll be relieved if everything gets reset, so if he just gets reset. But if it continues to exist without him, it might be trouble. I would be more worried that it would just cease to exist, so without the regressor there, poof, you're gone. Is this place really a dungeon? Why is it so empty? That's right. I'm here to stop Yu Jung-hyuk from regressing by death. Dokja, the posters have all been ripped, but if he was in the double digits before, it is going to be, and he's only on his third this time, it is going to be very difficult, I would assume, to keep him alive. I wonder who did it. Beats me. Probably Yu Jung-hyuk. Let's head upstairs. Jihye, was it? Are you any good with swords? She's just carrying one around. Yes, I love swords. I know, right? Swords are the best. It's exhilarating to cut something. Oh, so you know that feeling too. And then, oh, your sword looks pretty nice. Oh, Master gave this to me. And yours? Mine's pretty good too. Why do I feel sorry all of a sudden? Hey, why can't you talk to me like you talk to Hui Won? Huh? Oh, it's because I admire cool older women. And then we have, I guess the bugs must have alerted Gil Young to something. He grabs onto Dokja. Shush, someone's here. Is it Yu Jung-hyuk? Or maybe he just has sensory powers. What? It's all been ripped. Is there any left? Oh, there's one here. And we have talking. You're sure, right? This place is full of that. I told you, didn't I? I paid 1,000 coins to the prophets for this info. Although they're creepy, they seem reliable. They must have entered through the ground floor entrance. Who is that? I've never seen them in Chungmuro. Through the ground floor. What about the poison gas and the scenario? Each station has a different scenario of varying durations. They must have completed theirs before we did. And as for the poison, the meat of a subterranean monster will take care of that. The prophets. I've never seen them mentioned in any of Yu Jung-hyuk's regression. At this point in time, Yu Jung-hyuk and I should be the only ones who know about the hidden dungeon. Okay, so again, there's also other things that are playing out differently from the book. Let's head in then. Just what the hell is triggering this change? And we have a flash of light, sucking them up. What just happened? They all disappeared. The torn posters, and this is the only one left untouched. A time forgotten by mankind, recreated. Damn you, Yu Jung-hyuk. Of all the posters to leave behind, this. And then, looks like... So do they get absorbed into the movie world of the poster that's left? Well, what is this? Hui Won, do you like movies? Huh? I seem to be fine. Of course, doesn't everyone? You might begin to hate them from now on. Sorry, what are you... You've been shot by the projection beam. The screening will now begin for your floor. And they get absorbed into it as well. And they left the Jurassic Park, a time forgotten by mankind, recreated. Alright. And then big gap there. Alright. They were sent to Jurassic Park. Just where are we? And then we're inside a movie. This world's been created by the cinema master who'll be on the 8th floor of this dungeon. The main attraction of the cinema dungeon are the stages that are hidden within the posters. Yu Jung-hyuk probably planned, that miserly bastard, to clear all the stages and keep the rewards for himself, so he went into all the other movies already and that's why they're destroyed maybe. Things keep getting more and more complicated. What's this movie supposed to be? You'll find out soon. Can't you just tell me? Wait, what are you... Oh, Gil Young might be able to talk to the dinosaurs, though. Maybe that's why Yu Jung-hyuk was interested. And we have this huge bug coming at him. Out of the way, kid, hurry. And Ji-Ye goes in. This is a Titanoptera. It's an insect from the Triassic period. What? And then she misses with her sword slice because of the distraction. I'm assuming he can just talk with it. He's laughing. What's with him? He's just holding it like a baby. Jean-Henri Favre, maybe? Fabre, a French naturalist and entomologist known for his books on insects. We might be able to get through this without much issue. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm sure he's making friends with that thing. Yu Jung-hyuk must have skipped the stage based on its theme, because most rewards correlate to the theme of the movie the cinema dungeon's based on. But I doubt he knows, what? That this stage gives you a very important reward. Tokja. And then we have thudding. What? The ground is... And it stampedes towards them. We see, presumably the guys from before probably, screaming for help. To the men from earlier. And then... I think I know what movie this is. Me too. It's a Tier 7 beast monster. The harder a hidden dungeon is, the better the rewards. And then we have T-Rex, I'm assuming at least, charging at them. They all run away. I love all of GEA's faces this chapter. And that was only one chapter. Wow. Okay, that was really good. That was really, 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 really fun. That was super fun. I like this grouping. I like Sang-ah and I like Hyun-sung, but I will admit, as much as I like the two of them, maybe they should be here just to get a bit more development. I do feel like they're kind of the blandest two members of the group here, kind of the blandest two members of the team. So it's great getting to see Ji-hye and Hui-won and Gil Young. But either way, let's just continue on. We got 2 more chapters to read. On to chapter 38. We have the same thing we just saw with them getting chased. And then, is it going for a tail whip? It sends people flying. Probably taking out those two. I mean, I don't know how they've survived this far, but then again, I guess you do have like stat increases in this that can make you more resilient. Tier 7 land dragon species Tyrannosaurus Rex has become aware of your presence. And then, wait, mister, are you gonna fight that thing? If we want to open the exit, we have to. Open the exit. That building should be the central research lab. Did you forget? We're in a movie. Let's give it an amazing finale. Tyrannosaurus Rex has activated the skill Carnivorous Fear. And then it roars. Episode 38, Chapter 9, Part 2, Omniscient Sunfish. Or Omniscient Sunfish, Part 2. Personal skill, the fourth wall has blocked the Carnivorous Fear. Gil Young, get behind me. Huiwon and Jihye spread out. Okay. Character Lee Gil Young has activated, and they put Lee first this time. Lee Gil Young has activated the skill Dinosaur Encyclopedia. They did surname first like I've been doing. Huh? Tyrannosauruses are more agile than they look, but they have a narrow vision and are vulnerable to attacks from the sides. What? I read about it from an encyclopedia when I was young. When you were young. I mean, when I was much younger than now. And then we have it charging again. You guys, run behind that thing while this isn't time for idle chit-chat. And then we have Jihye and Huiwon blitzing to the sides. Lucky for me, they know what they're doing. I'm the only person who's fit to be a tank at the moment. Tier 7 land dragon species Tyrannosaurus Rex has chosen you as its target. Those two should be able to kill him, or to be able to kill that thing while I'm distracting it. Dokja, I'll distract it. No, Gil Young, I can do it. No, you're supposed to get behind me. And then it looks like it switches targets towards him, but the bug is coming in. And the bugs tear into its eyes. I feel like once you take out its eyes, it should actually become not so much of a huge problem to fight. No wonder Jungkook wanted to take him away. And then Jihye, Huiwon, now. And we get these really cool shots of them. They do a cross slash. Alright. Unbreakable Faith's special property has been activated. Ether Affix is changed to fire. And Dokja runs up its tail. And then jumps up and stabs down, slashing through it. Dokja? Alright. And we have it getting crisped from the slash. I smell meat. And it's burning. Falls over. You're the first to successfully hunt a Tier 7 land dragon species, Tyrannosaurus Rex. You've received 1,000 coins for your achievement. Hey, wake up. Slowly take deep breaths. Help me. His wound's too deep. He won't be able to survive. How did you know about this place? But, Prof, who are the prophets? They're guardians of the revelation. A revelation. And he dies. A revelation. It's both fascinating and ridiculous. The only person to have such an ability in TWSA is Anna Croft, who has the Future Vision skill. Then it can only be one thing. Let's take a quick break, shall we? It's obvious, seeing how they sent someone else, other than coming here themselves. There must be others like me out there. Well, I mean, he was the only reader, right? So maybe not necessarily like him, but I don't know, maybe just other exceptions. And now we're seeing potions? I found it, 20 bottles at that. We have Stamina Amplification Ampule, Mana Amplification Ampule, Agility Amplification Ampule, and Strength Amplification Ampule. This is so good. Dinosaur meat, and they're all just eating. It's so delicious I'm about to cry. It's amazing to see everything in the movie recreated like this. Huh? Hey mister, what are you doing? What? Stamina ampules? You're not gonna keep it all to yourself, are you? What? No, of course I'll share. Huiwon, look, he's trying to... Quick-witted brat. Can't you give me the strength ampules? A helpless little girl like myself needs them. And then he sees the character summary. Okay, but we get to see it now. So her personal attribute is Scarred Sword Demon, which is rare. and her skills are Blade Proficiency 4, Demon Slaying 1, Sensory Perfection 2, and Ghost Walk 2. Stigma's Naval Warfare and Command Army level 1 of each. Interesting. And we see that her stamina is 13, strength 17, agility 13, and mana 10. Does she really think I'm going to fall for that? Your strength is your highest stat. Or how about it, Weebon, can I? Since Dokja found them, he should distribute them. I don't want to give her any since she's with Yu Jung-hyuk. A few constellations who are fond of Monopoly are displeased with the situation. The constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, is expecting you to be fair. Be fair, huh? How about rock, paper, scissors? Winner takes an ampule for every round. Good. Are you sure? One person could end up having it all? Then good for them, I guess. You're going against me. Are you sure? I'm really good at this. Oh, really? Personal skill, Omniscient Reader, has been activated. Rock, paper, character Ji-hye Lee is about to play scissors. Cheating. And then we just cut away to a helicopter. But are you sure we ended the movie right? I don't think anyone hunted down a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the movie. No way. How could I lose every round? They didn't, but isn't it more fun this way? It's fine, since the genre is action-adventure fantasy. The Cinema Master is happy with the movie's ending. You can now move on to the next floor. What? Do you see now? You just have to kill everything. The key to clearing this dungeon isn't to recreate the movie's actual endings, but it's to produce an ending that pleases the Cinema Master. Oh, that was my lung. Ooh, sorry about that noise. By the way, the Cinema Master here is all about action. Bye, Titano! And then you can't take the monsters you find in a level of the cinema dungeon. Man, the friendship is over already. All you can take with you are the items, the stat amplification ampules we found earlier, for example. And we have 16 going to Dokja, 2 to Huiwon, and 2 to Gilyoung. And this ampule that I got as a reward for taking down the T-Rex. And we have Enraged TNX DNA Ampule, increases all stats by 10 for a 30-minute duration, and can only be used in the cinema dungeon, so he has to hurry up and use it. It can only be used in the cinema dungeon, but you can't beat the final floor without it. Especially if Yu Jung-hyuk is in the situation I think he's in. And then they take off. You've reached the first ending credit. Cast, Kim Dokja, Jung Hwi-won, Lee Ji-hye, and Lee Gil-young. You have each received 500 coins for your performance. Hidden Scenario, Cinema Dungeon. Difficulty A, clear. Okay, this is just the same thing we usually see at the end of the chapter, reminding us of what's going on. Really fun once again. Again, the art's incredible. It's incredible every time I read, so that's not really anything like... I don't know, that's not anything new. The art's incredible. It's always incredible. Again, I love this grouping that we're seeing. Gil-young is just really becoming more and more and more interesting as a character, and of course I love Hwi-won and Ji-hye. They're both great. So yeah, plus we have set up for where this is going. I know there's only going to be, 5 more chapters of this section, but it's almost kind of disappointing because I really like this concept of going from movie to movie. It's very fun. So yeah, I like that this universe can do weird stuff like that, because I feel like weird stuff like this is really, really, really fun, and I hope Omniscient Reader does it a lot more. But yeah, we got one more chapter for this video, so let's go ahead and move on to it. Okay, episode 39, my final one for this time around, and we're starting off with them getting beamed back outside of the poster, and the poster is slashed across, so that means that, yeah, all the other movies were already cleared. How many more floors do we have to clear? Yu Jung-hyuk should have cleared some already, so it shouldn't take too long. Can we only enter movies where the poster hasn't been ripped? Looks like it. The poster seems to have been ripped after we cleared it, and it was fine before. Interesting. And, sorry, I'm noticing some of this other stuff, like Samuel R. Jackson and Jeff Silverbrum, Sam Neill, Laura Dean, Martin Barrero, Adie Wang, Wayne Morning, and Ariaga Richardson, assuming. And then, yeah, just glancing through that. Let's hurry. We don't know how many more movies we have left. And then, whoa, I wanted to see that one. And it looks like, I can't tell what it was supposed to, it looks like it says Johnny. And then we have, okay, Chapter 9, Omniscient Sunfish, Part 3. What an interesting name for this section, really. Like Omniscient Sunfish, rather than just like Cinema Dungeon or something. The Cinema Dungeon is a movie theater located outside exit number 1 of Chungmuro Station. It consists of 9 floors in total, counting the 1 basement floor. Okay. Luckily for us, all the posters of floor 2 and 3 were torn. It's all been cleared, and we have Inception, Fighting Destiny, and something Losers of the Caribbean. I'm relieved that Inception's already been cleared. How the hell did Yu Jung clear Fighting Destination alone? I guess is Fighting Destination supposed to be Final Destination, maybe? After arriving on the 4th floor, and we have... Is that Huiwang or Jie getting seasick? Now we're inside our second movie. It's alright, let it all out. I guess it's Jie. I have seasickness. And they're in Titanic. How the hell did the naval warfare god end up choosing her? I know why, but seriously. Isn't this the movie where the ship sinks? Looks like it. Do we have to sink the ship ourselves? Are you the female lead, Huiwon? That's a pretty dress. Am I? She's so pretty. I love Huiwon. She's great. Then is he the male? And she throws up again. Did you have to barf while saying that? Dawson. What? Really? Chep Dawson. And we have Gil Young. I love his outfit. It was him? Better you than him. And then, seems that all the lead characters are here. Hey, do you even know what this movie's about? I do. The ship sinks. Zoomer, what is it? I mean, technically, like, it's one of those things where Zoomers were always called millennials, and now, what is it, Gen Alpha are always called Zoomers. I was gonna say Zoomer Gil Young. I do. The ship sinks. Then, and they tied the guy up. What should we do with him? He's the bad guy, so I tied him up. I don't think kidnapping him was enough. Well then, let's kill him, says GK. What? Didn't you say that the Cinema Master is all about action? Then it'd be better for us to just off him now. There's no point in dragging things out. That is true, but he looks so real. What? This is supposed to be a movie, but he looks like a real person. This isn't the time to get all sentimental. It's either him or us. But we're definitely alive, but he's just a character. And a villain at that. Even if he is a real person, what other choice do we have, right? And then she stabs him. The Cinema Master is somewhat pleased with your ending. The door to the next floor is opened up at the stern. See, I was right. There's no time to waste since the Master's life is at risk. I was kind of hoping we would have some drama with the ship sinking and all. And then you've reached the second ending credit. That was nice and quick. The cast Kim Dokja, Jung Hwi-won, Lee Ji-hye, and Lee Gil-young, but I feel like they didn't get any good items by going about it that way. You've each received 500 coins for your performance. A character, a real person. Again, that's another thing that Dokja has to struggle with that I said from the beginning, that it's like, is it going to be difficult for him to look at people as people, given that this is like a story he read? And then, 5th floor. You have entered 5th floor, the reward room. Huh? A reward room? There must not be any movies here. You're limited to 2 reward items per person. Wow, that's pretty generous. Wow, look at all these items. Looks like this room was used to store props used in the movies. Props and costumes that were used by the actors who starred in various movies, but now they're no longer props. They may not be as good as a Constellation artifact, but they are well-made copies and are grade A items. The reward was the reason I decided to come to the Cinema Dungeon. So again, they're getting loaded up. Meanwhile, Hyunsung and Sang-ah are getting kind of left out here. My goodness, look at this sword! And then we have the Mikazuki Munachika replica. Grade A sword. A sword created by Sanjo Munachika, an artisan blacksmith from the Heian period. one of the 5 legendary swords of the Muromachi period. It has an engraving of a crescent moon on the blade, and is known to be the most beautiful of the 5 swords of the Muromachi period, a replica. Wow, this is magnificent. The blade is sharp, and it's very light. Now you finally have a proper sword, Huiwon. Zhong Huiwon is feeling grateful towards you. It's sad how we can only take 2 items each from here. Huiwon, pick out an item for Sang-ah as well. I'll pick one for Hyunsung. This one looks perfect. And we have Shield of Hercules replica. Grade A shield, replica of the shield used by the demigod Hercules. Banging on the shield can send enemies into a state of chaos. Why won't it come out? That's Thunder God Thor's hammer. Was she not chosen? We have just not chosen Jihye. And we have Mjolnir replica. Grade A blunt weapon, a replica of the hammer wielded by the god of thunder Thor. It has the power of thunder despite being a replica. Can only be wielded by those who were chosen. It would have been quite a find if it weren't a replica. Isn't that reserved for special people? I'm special too, damn it. That's a cool hat. And then, hey kid, that's my... Is he going to get it? Just Gil Young getting all of the OP stuff. I love... Hold on. I'm going to use my one panel for this video. Let's see. Their faces are so good. It's so good. Okay. Well, back to reading. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't accidentally leave that up. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I love their faces. Is it okay if I have this, Dokcha? Yeah, it looks good on you. So he gets the hat and Mjolnir. And then we have the sword. We have ho 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 ha ha ha. And then Jihye being left behind. Damn it, why me? This is so unfair. What are you going to take, Dokcha? And then he takes gloves and a vest. You've gained an additional 10% damage reduction. Your enemy detection skill's been enhanced. You begin to feel more agile. It's a little stuffy, but it should be better than nothing. Shall we get going? So he took the... I guess the outfit as a whole counts. It looks like we still don't see what Jihye took, if anything. But yeah, it says reinforced armor suit replica. Grade A armor. Reinforced armor that protects both the upper and lower body. It's made of solid materials. But it looks like... Okay, that's the same sword he had before. Never mind, I guess. So we saw her take a sword and something else for Sang-ah. He took the suit for himself and the shield for Hyunsung. Gil Young, I'm assuming the hat counts. So he gets the hat and the hammer, and we don't know what Jihye took. Let's go see what our regressor is up to. And then, unfortunately, Yu Jung-hyuk was nowhere to be seen on floor 6. Was he really the culprit? Don't spoil it. There may have been people who haven't seen the movie. The Constellation Secretive Plotter expresses his distaste for spoilers. We were lucky enough to clear the last remaining movie on floor 6. It was a thriller with a twist ending, so we were given a unique reward. Acquired the skill book, Sharp Observation. It's not a combat skill, but it will be useful nonetheless. We should catch up to Yu Jung-hyuk any time now. This skill allows the user to approximate a character's overall stats. It could be useful against characters like Sang-ah or Gil Young, who are impervious to character profile. Really, I didn't know that Gil Young was impervious. I didn't remember that. I mean, I remembered Sang-ah, but interesting. We have the something Huck instead of Hulk. And I guess Johnny is John Wick. And yeah, Losers of the Caribbean. Alright. All the posters have been torn here as well. This could only mean that Yu Jung-hyuk is currently in the boss room. I hope we don't find any more posters that are intact. And then they get absorbed into something else. The screening will now begin for your floor. Damn it, there was one more poster to go. Alright, and we don't necessarily get to see what it is, we just see the very bottom. And it almost looks like hiragana, so it might be something Japanese. And we have drizzling rain. Oh? The salty smell. The sea again? Wait, So I thought all the pirate ones were cut, but did they get sucked into it somehow? Get down, everyone. Oh, we have firing over to them. Turn the ship back. Alright. We have some sort of naval battle going on. I mean, we have the god of naval warfare's chosen. Damn it. It's impossible not to know what this movie is as a Korean. Yoo Jung-hyuk, that bastard, left us with one of the hardest movies to clear. Over there, how are we supposed to beat that? And then we have just the volleys coming in. That's insane. Damn it, I have to remain calm. We may be outnumbered, but since it's based on a battle from history, we could. And then he notices something. Oh, is it a person? What the hell? We're supposed to have 12 more ships. Why? Where's the general? The general? General Lee Sun-sin. And then, could it be? Did the cinema master change the plot? We're supposed to win the Battle of Myeongyang without the general of Sun-sin, Lee Sun-sin? Without General Lee Sun-sin. And then, Ji-hye, he calls out. Oh, presumably to tell her to use her, like, constellation or whatever. Interesting. Alright. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens next time. Yeah, like I said, review will be up soon, and then after that review, I'll do 4 more chapters. But yeah, either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. This was an incredibly fun 3 chapters. I kind of mentioned everything that I would really say after this chapter, after last chapter, where I really enjoyed this. I liked the new items being brought in. That was really cool. That was really satisfying. I want to know what Ji-hye took. But, like, I just think that this is really creative, just, like, transporting us to different worlds and stuff. And if there's more stuff, like, not exactly like this, but more stuff that's just kind of out there and not like the typical, like, sort of tests that we've seen so far, or scenarios we've seen so far, I think that's really cool. I'm really interested in doing a lot more stuff like this in the future of Omniscient Reader. But yeah, either way, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, my thoughts and reaction and all that. Subscribe for much more on the channel. We can talk down there in the comments. We can talk on Twitter if you want. You can follow there. We can talk on Discord if you want a link. Just ask and I can give you a link to the server. And you can help support the channel if you want to by super thanks, or I would say even better if you want, since you get to have the shout out at the end. If you want to be a patron, patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or link will be in the description. Or if you want to be a member, just go down there and hit join, become a channel member. Thank you to people who were already patrons and channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls FR Nono and Huariyun, Cherryton Student David Langstaff, and Slayer Candidate SG. Huge thank you to all of them for their support, and huge thank you to all of you for just watching and sharing in the journey with me and having fun with this series. But yeah, either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.